There's no such thing as a boring subject. There are only bored speakers. If you have a project that has to be done, you focus on that project. If something else comes along and changes, you have to shift and give that your highest priority. But when you're giving a speech, your highest priority has to be right now, right here, sharing this information with this audience. You must be in the moment. We take the message from the inflection that you give more than we do from the words you use. There are 3 things that you have to value when you give a presentation. One is that you have to value yourself. Number 2, you have to value the idea. And number 3, you have to value the audience's ability to understand it. All you need is 1 or 2 details, because that stands in for the rest. If you tell me 1 or 2 solid facts, I think you know what you're talking about.
If you'd rather do anything but give a presentation in front of a live audience, if butterflies start flying inside you just thinking about giving a speech, you're not alone. Standing in front of an audience is rated as one of the greatest fears people have. The good news is that you can overcome the fear of public speaking. Barbara Rocha is one of the nation's foremost experts on the subject. In group seminars and individual sessions, Barbara and her associates have coached thousands of students in their personally developing confidence, focus, and poise in front of an audience.
Who you are is just fine. And the things they were telling you not to do in kindergarten, those were inappropriate things. It wasn't that you were an inappropriate person. If people are going to trust you, it's not going to be on the basis of the words you use. They have to have a sense that they trust you, that you're a real person.
Following Barbara's lead, you can free yourself of the panic that we so often associate with an invitation or an assignment to give a presentation.
I used to ride a bike on a bike trail that had those posts, you know, those posts that won't let the cars on. And every time I went through there, the posts, you know, they look about this close together. Well, they're probably about this far apart. And every time I would go through, I would get close, and I would grit my teeth, and I would throw the bike through that space. And one day, it occurred to me that the problem was where I was focused. What was I focused on? I was focusing on the post. I don't want to hit the post. And what I needed to focus on was the space where I wanted to go. Every time we hold back and try to look the way we think somebody thinks we ought to look, what is the problem with that? Where are we focused? So when we're focused on ourselves, it's going to be stumbly and fumbly, and it's just pretty hard to focus on the idea. When an idea comes to you and you say, this is kind of weird, I don't know if I could use this or not. When that idea comes, take a moment to value it. And once you genuinely value an idea, the expression is easy. It's really easy. It's like that diet commercial says, once you change the head, the body's easy. Well, changing the head about this idea, valuing it, and saying, this is good. You know how you get a passion for something and you say, I can't wait to express it? We've got to go save the whales, or we've got to take care of homelessness. When you feel strongly about an issue, you express it with total freedom. And you no longer think about yourself. Cindy Leitner, who started Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, I don't think she had ever spoken in her life, but the passion because her child was killed by a drunk driver. She got out and gave speeches to anybody who would listen, and never gave a thought for herself, because she valued that idea. So because she valued it, the expression became easy.